When you pay for things in cash, like, they will only give you dollars back and not the coins. I understand there's a coin shortage in the US, baby, but I need all my funds. I don't care if my order was $9.80 and you give me a $10 bill back. Where is my 20 cents? Give me my 2 fucking dimes. I don't care.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cooke. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
So, I grew up poor. I think I mentioned a few times that I was raised in the projects. And to be honest, outside of being physically sick, having physical ailment is the second worst thing that can affect your life. So I grew up with a single mom, and my mom, that relationship between my father and my mom ended early on. And unfortunately, my mom was already struggling financially. And she chose wrong. Like, she chose a man that was just not good. My dad was not good. But that's not the reason why I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the effects not having a dad, not having income can bring a child. People are so quick to have children, and I honestly think they just think about themselves. They think about themselves and what they desire, what they want, without thinking of what money and having income means. I mean, I'm grateful that my mom had me. But looking back on my life, there were so many struggles that I had without having the things that I needed. And my mom had child support, but it was not enough. She went to court, and I remember like being 10 years old. And from like 5 to 10 years old, my mom was always back and forth in the court trying to get a raise for me to get the things, the necessities. It was not enough. And but the long-term effects of being poor and not having a father really affected me. And even though I went to therapy, I still go to therapy, strong in every 2 weeks, I reflect back on what if my mom chose wisely? What if my mom was more financially stable? Again, I guess I wouldn't be here. But we don't think about these things until your children say, like, Mom, I need more clothes. Mom, my clothes don't fit me. And going to the Salvation Army and trying to go to food banks, and it was just not enough. You know, that tears a child apart. That children will pick at you for not having things. People always say, oh, I just want to love my child. But love is just not enough. I'm not here to shame single parents. I've been a single mom. I know how it is. I had a child out of impulse. I wanted a child to love me. I chose terrible for my child. I went through the same cycle over and over again because that's what I learned. Until I woke up one day realizing I did not want that shit no more. I'm not here to shame single moms. I'm not here to shame people that are poor. I've been through it. I have done that. But if we can take a step further and say, you know what? Let me have some money. And if the dad is not around, and I always want 2-parent households. always want the dad in their life. But what if that dad is no longer there for various reasons? Someone passing away. You are no longer with them. What if that happens, but then you have no money? That's psychological warfare. I'm just saying.
Somebody asked me what I'm doing for Thanksgiving, and I was like, I'm going to the dollar store. I don't even know if I can afford Walmart. I'm trying to get like toiletries and paper towels and toilet paper and shit. And I was like, what you doing? And they were like, oh, we're going to have fried turkey and ham and macaroni. Cheese? You can afford protein and cheese? Oh, you got money. You got money. Yeah, come on. I bring the sodas. Please? I can cook. Now that I can do. Just sit there. I just want to take home like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 plates. Because we all know that turkey lasts about a week. This Thanksgiving is so depressing. Anyone else? Hi, my name's Rachel and I'm broke.
Hey, pretty people. I just want to come on here and vent. So I'm poor as fuck, right? I'm poor. My account is negative $400. My mother-in-law was kind enough to let us borrow her card, but she only sent us a picture of it. Now, we're out of gas, and the only way to get to work is with gas. So we went to the gas station with my mom's credit card and asked them to manually enter it. Every single gas station we went to denied us and told us that they couldn't do it because they were afraid that we were stealing from other people. Even after we explained the situation. Poor people don't get a break, and it's awful, and I wish things were different.
So I just went to go try to get an x-ray taken for my knee because it's been bothering me for a long time. And I just found out that Centera doesn't take my insurance anymore for x-rays. And Riverside, which is the other major medical group in town, stopped taking my insurance for diagnostics like a year and a half ago. And I am so frustrated. I don't have rich people's insurance. I cannot afford to pay out of pocket. And I just don't know how I'm supposed to get the care I need when this is such a pain in the butt. So frustrating. Like, what are you supposed to do when you don't make 6 figures? When you can't afford... Jeez. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm so frustrated.
Alright, serious question. How the fuck are y'all surviving out here? Because I'll tell you what, between rent, a car payment, insurance is through the fucking roof, food, gas, you know, what the fuck? Are you guys selling your dirty underwear? What the fuck are you doing? Because I need to know. Anything I've tried just doesn't work. And I'm selling shit. I like, it's so stupid. I really hope something changes because this just can't continue. If I'm struggling, I just can't. I can't imagine how other people are doing this because I just don't know how you afford rent. I can't. Rent is fucking stupid. Ugh.
So yesterday I woke up and I had negative $98 in my checking account. I was like, oh my God. So I went to my Venmo. I had like extra money in my Venmo. So I transfer it enough to get me back to zero because I had to keep a little money in there to save it for my rent. Okay. All is well. It pins and it clears this morning. And then I wake up this morning. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, I have negative $35 now because they charged me an overdraft fee. So I messaged them and I'm like, hi, please, I'm struggling post-grad and I have no money. Can you please refund me? And they did. So now I have $0. At least it's not negative.
One of the things that I have learned about being poor and growing up poor is that it is actually really expensive to be poor. When you don't have the money to afford certain things, that will set you back for months or even years. You're more stressed. One of the hardest things is to escape poverty. Once you grew up in poverty, it is extremely hard to escape. Very challenging to escape. And it can take anywhere from 8 to 30 years to just not be poor anymore. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just a really hard experience for a lot of us who actually grew up in poverty. It is certainly relatable as well.
You know what's cheaper than therapy? Admitting that you're batshit crazy and just running with it.
Why is applying to marketing / social media management jobs a fucking disaster? Always. I'm literally on Indeed right now because LinkedIn is a lost cause at this point, okay? No one answers. No matter how many applications and emails I send and cover letters, no one answers. So I moved over to Indeed and one job listing said, okay, we want you to run our 3 different Instagram accounts. This is for a boutique. 3 different Instagram accounts and all their TikToks for $15 an hour. $15 an hour? Do these people not realize how much time, effort, creativity, and patience it takes to be a social media manager? Like, we all know that no one goes viral overnight, and if you do, you're one lucky fucker to go viral and stay viral, like Alex Earl or Charlie D'Amelio. But you expect me to run 3 different Instagrams and 3 different TikToks for $15 an hour and try and grow those accounts with that pay? I'd be going fucking gray. Literally going full head of gray by the end of my first month. I hate being 23 and broke because, like, I know so many 23-year-olds that still live with their parents, and, like, I don't, and I actually am dying. If my mom and brother didn't move from our house to a 2-bedroom apartment, I would have still been living with my family, but, like, in a 2-bedroom apartment, where am I gonna go? So, like, I had to move out, and now I'm, like, literally fucking scraping, looking under the couch for quarters. Like, my credit card bill has never been this high. It's nothing outrageous, but, like, it's still higher than normal by over $1,000. Like, I got bills to pay, I have groceries, I have a boyfriend, like, I have a life. And all these companies want to pay me negative amount of money for the amount of time and effort that I'd put into their job. Also, like, the freelance life is so discouraging. And, like, I know that it obviously gets worse before it gets better because you're basically just cold emailing and cold calling people all day, like, asking them to let you work for them when you're doing freelance. But it's fucking hard, okay? Like, it's hard to constantly be rejected by companies and brands for UGC and social media management. Like, it takes a toll on your mental health, obviously, to constantly be rejected because of budget. I just emailed like 7 local businesses asking to connect, to show them my work, and maybe come in and like do a little revamp because all these businesses like barely post on Instagram. And then I applied to 6 different jobs on Indeed. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. I hate the job market. I hate working. I just want to wake up and be rich one day, and all my problems will go away, and I will stop having this gray patch of hair right here, and my acne will clear up, and I'll probably be much happier if I just had a little more money to create more financial freedom and more stability in my life. Fingers crossed.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
To everyone that drives a truck, are y'all okay? I just spent $108 filling up Big Bertha. I had to borrow her because my car's in the shop. Like, how the fuck are you all just driving around, living your best life, paying this, what, every 3 days? How do you afford your snacky snacks? How do y'all go to the bar? You know what? I'm not picking up my friends if I have to pay these gas prices. Y'all can walk. It's 102 degrees outside. I'm gonna walk. I don't even want to drive this truck now that I paid to fill it up. What the fuck?
Okay, I have a really annoying story right now. I went to a job interview yesterday, and at the job interview, it was a Zoom call the first time, and it was with this lady, and it was a group interview. And group interviews are already a red flag. I hate group interviews. I think they're useless. I don't think they do anything for anybody. So I go to this group interview, but I decide to stick around because I really need a job. It's stupid. It's like 5 minutes long. It felt like a huge waste of time. And then a lady at the end asks, hey, how much is the pay? And the one running the interview said, oh, it's $54 a year to start. So I thought, that sounds insane. That's crazy. That's all I need right now, because it's just an entry-level customer service position. It was supposed to be like with Verizon or something. And so I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it all day long. I'm in school. I just need a little bit of time at a decent pay to get me through, and I'll be good. So they call me in for a second interview today, and I'm skeptical still, but a little excited, because that's a lot more money than I need, so that'd be really good for me. Go in, and I'm talking with the manager, and he breaks down the job, tells me everything. He gives me the details on it all, what he expects of me, what I expect of them, all that stuff. Tell me why there's no job pay. There's no pay at this job. It's no salary, no hourly. It's all commission, and it's direct marketing. And I was in the middle of the interview, ecstatic, and out of nowhere my mood dropped. I know it did. I'm sure they could feel it. It's stupid as shit that I was told a number in an interview. I'm guessing that's probably like their average or something. It's dumb as shit. Why are you going to tell me a number and then have me come in for an interview and waste up to now 3 hours of my life? 1 hour for yesterday, waiting around for the Zoom call and stuff. 2 hours today, getting up, getting ready, driving over there. I shaved. For people that know me, I don't shave a lot. I shaved today. It took me like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to do. I'm annoyed as hell that this job market sucks so bad that sales positions are now lying about being sales positions. They don't want to tell you that it's a sales position. They just want you to apply and hope that you stick. And that's what I have to deal with right now. After 6 months of looking for a job, this is the first interview I've gotten. After 6 months of looking for a job. So I don't know what else to even do. I have looked everywhere. My only hope at making money right now is driving Uber Eats, and that sucks at the moment. It's terrible. It's not even great money. So I don't know what to do. If anybody out there understands this job market better than I do, please let me know where I'm wrong. But it's insane that not only is none of the jobs on Indeed or anywhere a real job, anywhere that is a real job is lying to you about the job. So whatever. Hope everybody else is having a better time than I am, but I'm on TikTok a lot, and it doesn't seem like that's the case.
I'll never be able to own a home. I'll never be able to afford more than the tiniest little plot of land. I will never be able to afford a new car. I'll never be able to afford nice new appliances. I will never be able to afford to move where I want to move to. I will never be afford to travel where I want to travel to. The way I want to travel. I will never be able to afford. So many basic things that my parents and their parents were easily able to afford. And my grandpa, neither of them have college degrees. Neither of them have college degrees. And neither do I. I want to. How the fuck am I supposed to afford it? Indebt myself to the banks, indebt myself to the government, or fucking don't go. Those are my options. Even the community college is too fucking expensive. I will never be able to afford a home. And if I do manage to find a house, it's going to be a shitty little fixer-upper. And I'm not going to be able to afford all the bills that come with it. Something like 60% of the population, I'm not sure on that statistic, but it's a really high number of just America, has to choose between food and rent every week. If I didn't live with my parents, I'd be on the street or forced to rely on the hospitality of extended family that hates me. Or my fiance's piece of shit, abusive fucking sperm donor that we don't talk to anymore. And instead, it's my fiance and I relying on my parents' hospitality. We are 22 years old. Do you know how badly we want to have our own place? Do you know how often we talk about what we're going to do when we have a house and land? If we ever get it. Corporations are raising prices because they are greedy. Every corporation in America has been proved to be doing that. Walmart raised the prices on their Great Value brand. Walmart! Dollar Tree is raising their price cap to $7. The cost to produce these products has not changed. Walmart makes enough money that they can pay their workers fairly without having to price gouge. So does Amazon. So does Target. So does Dollar Tree. So do all these other companies. Healthcare, housing, education, groceries, travel. How are any of us supposed to get by? And people with with multiple college degrees, are struggling even harder than I am just to find jobs. Even shitty retail positions. Do you know how long it took me to find the shitty retail position I'm at now? The majority of my generation will never own a house. The majority of my generation, and a good chunk of y'all's, has to choose between rent and groceries. But you make enough money that you don't have to worry about the economy, right? Why aren't you as mad about this as the rest of us? Because you're not struggling? Let this be a sign. We are starving and we are dying. If it was not for my parents, I would be on the street or dead or worse. If my parents were not as gracious as they are, I would be on the street or dead or worse. I have friends that live on their own that are my age that genuinely cannot afford to eat unless they are working at their restaurant job that day. Multiple friends across multiple different states. A lot of the food I eat is from my shitty job. Because I can't afford groceries. I make $1,200 a month, and I can barely afford groceries. My parents don't even make me pay rent. It all goes to gas, necessities, repairs, fucking nicotine. Because if there's one thing poverty does to you, it makes you addicted. It makes you an addict. It's a stereotype for a reason. Do you know how stressful it is to be poor? There's a reason. There's a reason we are all addicted to nicotine. There's a fucking reason. For the love of fuck, go donate to your local food pantries. Help out at your local soup kitchens. And just be nicer. Be nicer. We're all struggling. You might not be struggling financially, but most of us are. So be nicer. And quit getting mad at the poor people that are struggling. Start getting mad at the corporations because it's their fucking fault. Oh, and the government for being the corporation's puppets.
So for the girl in the red hair, you have to change your mindset. You really do. Words are life. Say that you will be able to. You will find a way to. You will figure something out. Never say that you can't do something. Never say that you cannot do something. Always ask how. How can I do this? How? If you think that you can, or if you think that you can't, then you're right. Your mind is a very strong thing, right? You have to train your mind on how to think. Is very important for your life. Very, very important. Yeah. I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.